Hello students, welcome to our next lecture. As in earlier lecture, we have seen the basic classification of pesticides. In continuation of that lecture, today we will see the plant growth regulators, then what are its different functions, and what is meant by industrial entomology and structures of some pesticides like DDT, BSC, warfarin, aldrin and endosulfan. What are these plant growth regulators? As in human body there is a need of hormone that is called a chemical messenger, and these hormones are playing very important role in human body. In the same way, these plant growth regulators, they are also playing very important role in plants. That these plant growth regulators, this picture indicates that there is a small seed and that seeds get germinated, and these development, the growth of particular plant into a large plant, that is called as a plant growth regulators. And there are certain chemical substances which regulates this type of growth, and that is called as a plant growth regulators. These plant growth regulators or plant hormones, these are the chemical substances which influence the growth and differentiation of plant cells. That differentiation of plant cell means that can be shoot, then root, tissues and organs. Then how these are classified? These plant growth regulators are mainly classified into 5 types, that auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, abscisic acid and ethylene. We will see in detail one by one. Now what is meant by auxin? Auxin, that means to grow, and it is a first growth hormone which promotes cell elongation and fruit growth. There are different types of auxins. These auxins, these are prepared from the indole 3 acetic acid. What is meant by indole? Indole, it is a heterocycle in which pyrrole ring is fused with benzene. This particular ring, when it is having substituent at third position with respect to nitrogen, that numbering starts. That nitrogen will be having first one numbering, then two and then third, and that particular molecule, it is called as a IAA, that is indole 3 acetic acid. If that substituent gets changed, then it is called as a indole 3 butyric acid. That alkyl side chain, if it is a having 4 carbon, then it is a butyric acid. If it is a 3 carbon, it is a propionic acid, that is called as IPA, indole 3 propionic acids. Then how this cell elongation takes place, that we will see. That is a mechanism of cell elongation. When IAA molecule is present in that particular shoot or that stem, when sunlight is overhead, this IA molecule produced by the apical meristem, these are distributed evenly in the shoot, and when this sunlight shines on the shoot at an angle, this IA molecule move towards far and it induces the cell elongation. That is the third diagram, that cell elongation results in the bending of shoot towards the light. That particular direction, it indicates that is a cell elongation and it is towards the sunlight. That is a basic mechanism of cell elongation. This is the mode of action of auxin. That is the enlargement mechanism takes place by this step. That first, this application of IA molecule in the plant cell, then it fixes to the binding site, then it enhances the proton pump from the outside to the wall, then it decreases the pH of cell wall. Then the next step is activation of some enzyme and it loosens the wall pressure, which results in the ultimate decrease in wall pressure, and hence that water enters into the cell wall and this increase in cell elongation takes place. Then what are the different functions of auxins? Auxins play a very important role in number of plant activities, which includes cell division, elongation. Then it also promotes flowering. Then tropism, that is a phototropism and gravitropism. It also prevents abscission of fruits. Abscission means that falling of fruits and leaves. Then it also increases fruit development, apical dominance, root initiation and root development. These are the very important roles which are played by the auxins. Next we will see what is meant by cytokinin. It is also, that is a plant hormone, and these are specifically having such type of structures. That basic molecule, it contains adenine. These are the different cytokinin structure: zeatin, then kinetin and adenine. These all are related to cytokinin. What is the role of cytokinin? It also performs different functions, like it regulates the cell cycle or cell division, and hence the name is given cytokinin because it controls the transition from G2 to mitosis. Then it also control morphogenesis. What is morphogenesis? In plant tissue culture, cytokinin is required for the growth of callus induction. Callus, that is a very small growth of plant. Next, that is, it also plays important role in the greening of plants, that it promotes the light induced formation of chlorophyll. That chlorophyll pigment, it is specifically that is essential for the green color, and that is given by this cytokinin. Then in some of the plants, this bud development, that is direct application of cytokinin, promotes the growth of auxiliary buds. These are the roles played by the cytokinin. Next to that is, we have to see gibberellins. It is designated as GA. That GA stands for gibberellic acid. What are these gibberellins? Gibberellins are a class of plant hormone which affects the several plant processes like seed germination, stem elongation, flowering, and male sterility. What is the structure? This is the structure of gibberellic acid. And these gibberellins play a very important role which promotes the stem elongation. This is a simple example that there is a one small plant, that is a dwarf plant, and there is a that particular dwarf plant, there is an increase in that height of that particular plant due to the addition of gibberellin or gibberellic acid into that particular plant. And that this model plant, it has been used to understand the gibberellin biosynthesis. It overcomes the dwarfism, that is a particular plant when it doesn't grow in height, that called it is a dwarfism, and it causes a mutant. These are again the, that is uses of gibberellin. It, that is, increases the fruit development, induces sex expression in the plant, then stimulates germination of pollen, and it stimulates the root growth. That particular development of fruit, that increase in root, takes place due to the addition of gibberellin. Then abscisic acid. What is meant by abscisic acid? That is again a plant hormone which plays important role in adaptation to abiotic environmental stress, then seed development and germination. It is an important plant growth regulator which is important for induction of embryogenesis, and this is a growth inhibitor. This is the structure of abscisic acid. Then what are its role? This inhibition of bud growth and shoot formation takes place by abscisic acid. It also, that is abscission of plant leaves, that falling of plant leaves, it is overcome by the addition of abscisic acid. In preparation for winter, this abscisic acid is produced in terminal buds. This is a slow plant growth regulator, and it directs leaf primordia to develop scales to protect the dormant buds during the cold season. Then what is ethylene? Ethylene, it is a very simple molecule having this structure, that is 2 carbon having double bond, ethylene. And what is its role? It is also playing very important role in the root and shoot formation. Again, it is important in flowering. This ability of ethylene to affect flowering in pineapple has important commercial application. This ethylene molecule, it is used in the ripening of fruits also. Then growth effects. It inhibits longitudinal but promotes the horizontal growth. It also helps in that is breaking the dormancy of plants. Then we will see all over what are the applications of PGR. As we have seen the basic classification of PGR like auxin, gibberellin, cytokinins, ethylene. Then we have to see what are the main applications of PGR in agricultural industry. It increases early germination of seeds. That is the first application. Next, it also stimulates the root development. It also accelerates the ripening of fruits that we have seen just that ethylene molecule, that ethylene plant hormone, it plays important role in ripening of fruits and grains. It produces the larger fruits. It can also produce that seedless fruits also. It also prevents the fruit from dropping off. That is the abscission process plants before ripening. It produces seedless fruits. Then it also controls sprouting of potatoes. What is sprouting? On the potatoes, there is a certain growth of that particular germination. That process it is called as a sprouting. And it also provides, that is a main economic application, it provides the industry a very biggest market that is related with the profit. These are the different applications of plant growth regulators. Next we have to see what is entomology. This entomology, it is a very simple term which can be that is understood by this diagram. What is this diagram? This is a picture which shows that there are different types of insects. And what is entomology? Entomology, it is a branch of science which deals with the study of insects and their relationship to humans, plants, environment and other organisms. That is entomology, it is a basic study of insects. Then what are its applications? First we will see the classification of insects. Insects are mainly classified according to these 7 criteria, that is kingdom, phyla, class, order, family, genus and species. Then applications of entomology, that due to its basic study, that identification of insect, that is the first application, and in that this physiology, then nutrition, morphology and molecular genetic study of particular insect is studied. Then how it is useful that particular insect, these pesticides, that particular this identification of insect, it is helpful in pest control, that is for protecting the crop. First, if we don't know the insect, then which type of pest is used, we cannot that is easily determine, and hence that identification of insect and then to control that particular insect, that is it is very helpful in pest control. And the person who is performing such type of studies, that is called as an entomologist. Like in chemistry, that particular person, it is called as a chemist. In the same way, the person who is learning entomology, it is called as a entomologist. Next we have to see the structures of some pesticides. In that, the first structure, this is a simple molecule having 2 phenyl rings and there is a chlorine. There are 5 chlorine molecules, these are present in this structure, and this particular pesticide, it is called as a DDT. Why it is called as a DDT? This D stands for dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. On the phenyl group, there is a presence of chlorine, and there are 2 phenyl and 2 chlorine attached to that phenyl, hence it is called as a dichlorodiphenyl. Again, there are 3 chlorine molecules and number of carbon atoms, that is alkyl side chain, it is a 2, and hence it is called as a ethane, and hence the complete name for DDT is dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. Next to that is That is a second pesticide. It is a warfarin. This is the structure. That basic molecule, it is having the coumarin ring. Then the third, that is a BHC. What is that BHC? It is a benzene hexachloride. Though the molecule it is called as a benzene, but it is not actually benzene. It is a reduced form of benzene that is called as a cyclohexane. Since it is produced from benzene by the addition of 3 chlorine, that 3 Cl2 molecules, that number of 6 chlorine atoms get attached to that benzene, then it is called as a benzene hexachloride. That is a BHC. It is also helpful as a pesticides. Next is aldrin. This is that molecule. It is a macromolecule, and this aldrin and the second, that is endosulfan. This is an organochlorine compound, and these both compounds, these are prepared by the name reaction, that is a Diels-Alder reaction. We have to see the synthesis, applications and properties of all these pesticides in detail in the next lecture. Thank you all of you.